Hi everyone and welcome to today's episode. Today I've got a fun graduation cake that you can personalize for any graduate of any age. So this can even apply to maybe a kindergarten or even a preschool graduation all the way up to college. So that is the cake that I'm doing today. I'm doing a college graduation cake and it's for my cousin and her roommate that live all the way in Mississippi, and they're actually coming up this weekend to visit. And so I wanted to surprise them with a fun graduation cake all about them. They are graduating in a couple weeks from the University of Southern Mississippi, and I couldn't be more happy for them. 4 years ago, I made Kaylee's high school graduation cake with her school colors, so I think it's really fun that I get to make her college cake as well. So what I've done is I have printed out photos of Kaylee and Lauren throughout their college years. What I've done is I've taken these photos that I had printed out, scanned, and they're printed on an edible icing sheet. So this you can just cut out and place right on the cake and you can eat it. It's kind of like a fondant, similar to fondant, so it just comes off in a sheet and makes it really fun. I'm gonna start off by just cutting my photos out and have that just laying aside. Okay, so I have cut all of my photos that are on the edible paper and I've just set them aside. It's very important that whenever you print these photos out on the edible paper, that one, the edible paper is completely dry before you store it or before you apply it straight to your cake, because the ink on there will smear and it's very easily smeared. So just be very cautious. And if you're printing it out, let's say the day before you make your cake, make sure that it is either inside of maybe a zip baggie so that it stays airtight and it doesn't dry out, because it will. And if it dries out, it will crack and it doesn't look very good. So it's important to keep it airtight until you're ready to use it. So I've went ahead and I've pre-iced my cake in white buttercream icing. So I did this kind of fun because their favorites are chocolate and strawberry. So I did chocolate on the bottom, strawberry on the top, with just a buttercream filling on the inside. So they kind of get the best of both worlds. So I'm just gonna kind of play around with where I want the placement of my photos. And I did this one, I think it's so funny because Kaylee was taking a photo of Lauren, but she was kind of like sneaking it. So I think that this is funny. So I'm gonna put it on the corner of the cake. And I'm gonna put the border so it's kind of like her eyes poking through. I think that'd be really funny. And I might put like a little congratulations, da da da, or class of 2017 or whatever. So I think that that might be where I'm gonna keep it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add kind of like frames to these pictures so that it adds a little decorative something to the cake. So now that I know where I'm gonna put my pictures, this just peels off really simple, like a picture. I mean, like a tattoo. And it's very, very fragile. Like it is paper thin, like thinner than paper. So you do have to be kind of careful with it. I mean, you can see clean through it. The moisture in the buttercream icing adheres the edible paper to the cake. So better make sure you got it where you want it. I'm just gonna lightly rub it and make sure that it's on there, try to smooth it, and that's it. So I'm gonna do that to all of my photos. So now I've got my photos on my cake, and then I'm gonna add the border around each photo. Number 5 tip. And I'm just gonna outline all of my photos with that, with the number 5 tip, and then I'm gonna go back behind it and go with a smaller detail tip. I'm gonna add a bottom border. So I'm always gonna start off at the back of the cake, and I'm gonna interchange it between black and yellow to keep their school colors. So now that I am finished with adding all of my frames around my photos, I'm just going back, and I've washed my hands from all the icing. So now I'm just going back and I'm just patting down those little dots and things that I made, just so that it just adds that flat element. That's what I like personally. So it looks a little bit smoother. Now that all of our little borders are all flattened out, and I like the way it looks a little bit better. So now we've got our awesome graduation cake. And so up at the top it was kind of naked, so I just added their year, 2017, that's when they're graduating. I did the border in alternating colors around the bottom because that is their school colors. So you can switch this up, make it your own, add your own school colors, your own pictures. Maybe you could even do the school mascot in the center and kind of add your icing on top of that edible image, or you can even freehand. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with this cake. I think it turned out really cute, and like I said, they get 2 different flavors. They've got their school spirit. I think they're gonna love it. It turned out great. As always, I have made a list of items that I used in today's episode, and it's located in the description below. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you soon for more SugarVol cake videos, and congratulations to the class of 2017.